Namamsi. Swagatam to the Niti Shatakam series. In this video, we shall delve into the shlokas of Vidvat Paddhatihi, which describes the wise and the glory of knowledge. In the previous videos, we had seen the qualities of the foolish people. If you wish to watch that, then you can click on the iCard above. I will also leave the link in the description. You can also watch it later after watching this video. The first shloka in the Vidvat Paddhatihi goes like this. Shastropaskrita shabda sundara gira shishya pradeyagama vikhyatah kavayo vasanti vishaye yasya prabhor nirdhanaah tajjadyam vasudhadhipasya kavayastvartham vinapishwaraah कुत्स्यास्युः कुपरीक्षकानमणयो यैरर्घतः पातिताः. If you see in the second line, there is a word kavayo, which is actually kavayaha, and due to sandhi it has become kavayo. Kavayaha is the plural of kavihi. Kavihi means, most of you know, is a poet. But kavihi also means a wise person or a knowledgeable person. Of course, poets are also extremely learned people. But here, since it is the Vidvat Paddhatihi, which speaks about the wise and the learned, we have to understand that Kavihi refers to the wise and the learned. So the verse says, it is the dullness of the king in whose kingdom the learned people are poor. So what kind of learned people are poor? Shastropaskrita Shabda Sundara Girah is a big compound word. It means Shastrihi Upaskritaha Shabdaha Sundaraha Giraha Yesham Te. Here Giraha means speech. What kind of speech? Sundaraha Giraha, meaning beautiful, charming speech. And also Shastrihi Upaskritaha Shabdaha. The words are refined by the Shastras. Those who have this kind of charming speech filled with words refined by the Shastras. Shishya pradeyagamaha, meaning those who have the knowledge, agama, which is worth being imparted to the students. Shishyebhyaha pradeyaha agamaha. Vikhyataha means those who are renowned, and kavayaha refers to the wise and the learned. Nirdhanaha means poor, and yasya prabhoh vishaye means in which king's country. So in which king's country the wise and the learned are poor, tat vasudhadhipasya jadyam, that is the dullness, or jadyam means dullness, it is the dullness of the king. Vasudhadhipaha means king. Then further Bhartrihari says, kavayahatu artham vinapi ishwaraha, meaning even without wealth the learned and wise people are capable and they are respected. Artham means wealth. Artham vina means without wealth. Artham vinapi means even without wealth. So even without wealth, these scholars are worthy of respect. Kuparikshakaha kutsyaha syuhu yaihi arghataha patitaha na manayaha, meaning the bad examiners must be blamed who undervalued the gems and not the gemstones. Yaihi arghataha patitaha, those who brought down the worth or those who undervalued. Kutsyaha means those who are to be blamed. Kuparikshakaha refers to bad examiners. Here the poet is giving a nice example and comparing the scholars with gemstones. And if the scholars are poor in a country, then it is a mistake of the king who is like the valuer of the gemstone who has undervalued the gemstone. The value of the gemstone remains high always. It is only the valuer who is to be blamed for undervaluing them. Such a beautiful comparison and a way to say the importance of the learned and wise people. I will recite the shloka again so that you can recollect the meaning along with the verse. Shastropaskrita shabda sundara gira shishya pradeyagama vikhyatah kavayo vasanti vishaye yasya prabhor nirdhanaah तज्जाड्यं वसुधाधिपस्य कवयस्त्वर्थं विनापीश्वराः कुत्स्यास्युः कुपरीक्षका न मणयो यैरर्घतः पातिताः. By the way, if you want the word by word meaning and the overall meaning and also the Anvaya Krama and also want to know the chandas of each verse, then consider becoming a member of this channel. Members receive downloadable PDFs. You will get access to those PDFs. The second shloka in Vidvat Paddhatihi goes like this. Harturyati nagocharam kimapisham पुष्णाति यत् सर्वदापि अर्थेभ्यः प्रतिपाद्यमानमनिशं प्राप्नोति वृद्धिं परां कल्पान्तेष्वपि न प्रयाति निधनं विद्याख्यमन्तर्धनं येषां तान् प्रतिमानमुज्झत नृपाः कस्तैः सह स्पर्धते. This is another beautiful verse that describes the learned. Bhartrihari says, Yat hartuhu gocharam na yati, meaning that which is not visible to the thief. Harta means thief and gocharam means that which is visible. Here the poet says, gocharam na yati, meaning it's not visible. Then, yat sarvada sham pushnati, meaning that which strengthens auspiciousness or goodness or positivity. If you have seen my video on various names of Lord Shiva and their meaning, I had mentioned many times that Sham in Sanskritam means auspiciousness. So here the poet says that which always strengthens auspiciousness, meaning that which always strengthens goodness or positivity. Then Bhartrihari says, Yat arthibhyaha Anisham pratipadyamanam api param vruddhim prapnoti, meaning that which even when being given to those who ask for it, that is those who seek knowledge, even when being given to them continuously, it grows excessively. Arthibhyaha means to the seekers and Anisham means continuously. Pratipadyamanam means being given. Api means even though, and param vruddhim means great growth. Prapnoti means attains. So basically the poet is talking about the special quality of knowledge, which is even when continuously being given to the seekers, it increases excessively in the giver. Then he says, Kalpanteshu api nidhanam na prayati, meaning it does not get destroyed even during the end of the kalpa, that is even during the time of pralaya, the time of dissolution of the whole world. Tat vidyakhyam antardhanam yesham, meaning those who have this internal wealth known as vidya, knowledge. He nrupaha tan prati manam ujjata, he kings, give up your arrogance or pride towards them, that is towards those who have this inner wealth called vidya. And finally he says, kaha taihi saha spardhate, meaning who can compete with them? That is to say that nobody can compete with the people who have this inner wealth of knowledge. Even the wealthy king cannot compete with a well-learned person, because the wealth that a learned person has cannot be stolen since it is not visible to the thief. It keeps increasing the auspiciousness. The more it is given to people who seek it, the more it grows for the giver, and it can never be destroyed. How beautifully Bhartrihari has analyzed the special features of knowledge. Definitely this verse will inspire many to acquire knowledge. Another thing is, now we don't have kings. So king can be, now we can substitute king to the government or also to the wealthy and powerful people. I shall recite it again and you can just recall the meaning while listening to the verse. Harturyati nagocharam kimapisham pushnati yat sarvadapi arthibhyah pratipadyamanam prapnoti vruddhim param kalpanteshvapi na prayati nidhanam vidyakhyamantardhanam येषां तान् प्रतिमानमुज्झत नृपाः कस्तैः सह स्पर्धते. Now the third shloka from the Vidvat Paddhatihi. Adhigata paramarthan panditan mavamamsthaha trinamiva laghulakshmi hinaivataan samrunadhi abhinava madalekha shyamagandasthalanam na bhavati bisatantur varanam varananam. This verse is also addressed to the king. In the modern times it could be to the government or to the rich and wealthy and those who have the power. Though the word king is not mentioned in the verse, it is understood. You will know why it is addressed to the king when you understand the meaning of this verse. The poet says, "Hey king, adhigata paramarthan panditan ma ava mamsthaha," meaning, "Hey king, do not neglect or humiliate the pandits, the learned people who are adhigata paramarthaha," meaning those who have understood the whole truth. Trinamiva lakshmihi laghu naivatan samrunadhi. Lakshmi, that is wealth, is insignificant like grass and it will not control them or obstruct them. Here, Bhartrihari is saying wealth is insignificant like grass, but that does not mean that Bhartrihari is saying wealth is not at all important, because later in the Niti Shatakam there is a section called Artha Paddhatihi which speaks about the importance of wealth. Here he is saying wealth is insignificant like grass to tell the king who tries to control the learned people or who tries to obstruct the wise people using his wealth. And Bhartrihari says, don't think you can bring them under your control using your wealth. It is impossible to control the learned using your wealth. And further he gives an example to make his point more clear. He says, Bisatantuhu varananam varanam na bhavati, meaning the lotus fiber can never be an obstacle to the elephants. Bisatantuhu means lotus fiber, Varanaha is an elephant, and Varanam means to ward off or to obstruct. So Bisatantuhu Varananam Varanam na bhavati. The big word Abhinava Madalekha Shyamagandasthalanam is actually an adjective to the elephant. Abhinava means newly. Madalekha refers to the stream of liquid that flows from the male elephant during the mating season. It is called mast in English, and it is said that they become very uncontrollable and extremely aggressive and powerful when this liquid starts flowing in them. Shyama Gandasthalanam. Shyama means black color and Gandasthalam refers to the cheek region. So this whole word Abhinava Madalekha Shyama Gandasthalanam means those whose cheek region has become black due to the flow of the mast, that liquid which flows in male elephants. Can a lotus fiber obstruct such a powerful male elephant? Impossible. Similarly, O king, your wealth will not obstruct the wise and learned, and you can never control them using your wealth. I will recite the shloka again. Adhigata paramarthan panditan mavamamsthaha trinamiva laghulakshmi hinaivataan samrunadhi abhinava madalekha shyamagandasthalanam na bhavati bisatantur varanam varananam. I hope you enjoyed these 3 shlokas from Vidvat Paddhatihi. If you agree with Bhartrihari about the importance of learned men and also about the special characteristics of knowledge, then type Satyavachanani, meaning true words, in the comments. These words in Sanskritam that I ask you to type in the comments will also help you in learning new words in Sanskritam. And when I see more people putting Satyavachanani, I also understand that you are liking the Bhartrihari's Niti Shatakam. So I will keep going ahead putting more videos about Niti Shatakam. Also, please do share these Subhashitas with your friends and family, And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please do subscribe. It is absolutely free for you, but it helps me in growing this channel. If you have already subscribed, then mama hritpurvakaah dhanyavadaah. Hearty thanks from me. Agrimachitre melitasmi. Namo namah.